Crossa's doing Crossa things here.
Beautiful.
Tara's on his phone. That's why he can't stream or be in the Discord at the same time.
Okay.
Well, that's going to remove some things. Oh my god, Lightning Helix off the top.
Lightning Helix off the top, untap 2 lands. How
Yep.
many times have we seen that, sweet and salty?
Too many times.
Just the idea of drawing a card and tapping 2 lands. That's why you hated that Teferi.
Oh. Like one time?
I guess Lightning Helix you haven't seen, but the whole play pattern of draw a card, untap 2 lands, hold up a counter spell or a removal spell or any kind of spell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, I just like to draw my next Teferi,
Magna Opus,
play a land,
untap 2.
untap 2, Lightning Helix, whatever.
Mm-hmm. I think he really wants the Lightning Helix, the supplier, because doesn't it just put more cards in the grave for Croxel?
Yes.
That's what I thought.
But it's more of the, if you can, Thoughtseize is going to get rid of his Opus.
Which, I mean, he doesn't really mind, right?
It's either your Opus, Helix. Helix would probably be the best bet. You can't cast Opus just yet.
2, 4, 6, yeah, you're right.
You get rid of Helix, and then you have to play around Anger for the rest of the game. Until you get Crossa on the battlefield. I think that's the right play to just tack Teferi, just make sure he doesn't ultimate.
I agree. I think attacking Teferi with a 1/1 is definitely not the way you want to go, though.
No. But with this Teferi just upping and drawing cards and just doing everything.
I mean, like, you might as well... Can you exile Stitch's Supplier so it doesn't trigger?
Yeah, that's correct. But he's saving it so that they can get rid of the Arcanist. But now he can
Anger
deal
the Gods
5
is
damage.
3 damage.
Anger is 3, and Helix is 3.
So if he waits till Crox is on the battlefield, he can wipe the board and Lightning Helix Croxa.
That's correct.
That's a pretty good play, actually.
But with creativity here, you can just scry 2. You have an Opus there. They have 4, 5, 6, 7. So you can actually Opus this turn. Opus at end step.
And it's
Just
amazing. It's amazing how many pieces Jessica got in the last few anthologies, eh?
Yeah, and getting more.
Yeah, and they're going to continue to get more, right?
Yeah, like Jessica is going to be a very problematic deck, and I don't know what to get rid of if you're doing the ban list.
You know, I kind of feel like I'm okay with that. I mean, up until the last 2 anthologies, Anthology and Jumpstart, there hasn't been a control deck in Historic that's been playable. Like, it's been pretty much run over by aggressive decks, which isn't a horrible thing, but it's not what...
No.
For diversity, it's not what they want.
Exactly. Just the only downside is that that there's not really a single card. You have to get rid of Jeskai because they just control is going to be your best. It's going to be the best. I guess Jeskai control is pretty much the best deck.
You know, I'm just noticing it's cool to see that some of our watchers on Twitch are players that aren't even playing, like that have been in the tour but aren't in the finals. So,
Oh, that is awesome.
yeah, it's amazing that they tuned in.
Yeah, I really enjoyed our fans this season.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously, I hope to see the fan base and community grow, but I've definitely really enjoyed watching and listening and talking with our fan base. It's,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's why we do this, right?
Hmm.
It's for them.
Well, really, I have nothing else to do on Sundays.
And just remember, like, in 2 weeks, we start this all over again.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. The new overlays for this channel looks sick.
I even get more prettier.
Yeah. Well, you're gonna change color, that's for sure.
Aww.
What? You're dyeing your hair?
What
No.
hair?
Like our background's gonna change color, which is gonna change Kilkai's Canada's background, so he's theoretically gonna change color.
I see.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Man, Teferi is doing so much work.
As it should, and now Mrs. Mastery overload. That's 4, 8. Enough. Tap 2
And
things.
this is what I mean, right? Like, how does a graveyard synergy deck not have graveyard hate?
Control the 1/1. Draw 2. Lightning Helix them. Another 4 to them. Tap 2 more permits.
That is
So
just
that's-
crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, kudos to him for
Yes.
for having this deck.
Now, it could be busted if there was 3 Teferi legal in this format. Then, yeah, that would just be... Down to 4. Say go. On tap 2 things. Yeah, memory lapse, say go. And this is only game 1.
Wow. I definitely saw the concession coming.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure the concession could have stopped right at when the Mrs. Mastery was resolved.
Did you see that? Did you see
What?
that?
What happened?
Vulture Eco just sided in 3 Soul Guide Lanterns. That is amazing.
Don't even think twice. Just go.
That is amazing. And exactly what you need for this matchup. Because if the Jessica control deck does not have a graveyard to work off of, the Arcanist deck can go underneath them and beat them. Which we saw in what, round 3 or 4?
4.
Yep, 4.
Now, could there be an argument to bring in discontinuality?
Sorry?
Is there an argument to bring in discontinuality in this matchup?
What does that do?
End the turn.
On the Jessica side?
Yes.
Like it ends the turn and then they get another one?
And then it comes back to their turn. So on their upkeep, discontinuality, take an extra turn, end the turn, ends their turn, comes back to your turn. It also stops triggers on the stack.
I don't know. I just don't know if it's powerful enough. I mean, you're spending a lot of mana. For
Well,
something
you're
that-
also doing more powerful things like, Mix's Mastery, Is It Charms, Teferis.
Exactly.
This is just straight up good old fashioned going to take counter everything, play a Gear Hog, play a Teferi, and you're off to the races.
That's not a bad strategy.
No, it's not.
So Jessica guys made all their choices. Looks like the Arcanist deck is just making sure that they have all the right cards that they want. I definitely like a Braid, even though he sided them out. Because a Braid against Gearhulk is always good. So Walter Ego will be on the play, which I think is important.
Yes. That's
sure.
not a bad hand for Jeskai.
Both of these players. Oh no. Yeah. Both of these players have been with us since the beginning, I think.
Pretty much, yep. Which is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's what, 8 months?
8 or 9 months, yeah. And both of them have been in not only in the top 8, but the top 4 of several of our tournaments.
Yes. Walter Ego won a tournament with as Doom Foretold, finished second with Doom Foretold, cracked the top 8 with Gruel Aggro, and qualified last week.
Oop, I have the wrong side going. My bad.
Turbo Fogs played in what, Modern?
Yes.
Yes.
So I guess you portable hold the Stitcher, or do you wait for the Crosa?
Man, I don't know. Now that
Well,
he's
you
got
have a
two of
second.
them,
Yeah,
would just
you
go
might
ahead
as
and
well
do
go
it.
for the go for the Stitcher.
Mm-hmm.
Mind you, they can get Arcanist, they can get Crosa, obviously. Inquisition of Kozilek.
Do you think that he didn't porthole the Stitches supplier because he had Village Right mana up?
Yes. That would definitely make sense.
I still like the play of going porthole here. I mean, even if he sacks Stitches supplier, at least it's off the battlefield.
Yeah.
And it's not
But
like
you can also, now you can have cycle mana
yeah.
for the Triumph, as well as Lightning Helix.
Yeah.
Lurrus comes to hand. Yeah,
I mean-
Lightning Helix is probably meant for Lurrus for this matchup, so they can't really go off with the deck.
By putting Lurrus in his hand, is he not telegraphing that he's got nothing good to play?
Possibly, yeah.
Like, to me, that just tells me that I can go ahead and get Stitches supplier off the battlefield.
Oh, they can play they can express themselves, see if they can get a land. Do you go after the Opus? Keep Opus. You have Opus, Memory Lapse, and Hell Fountain.
Well, knowing that you can't stick Opus in the graveyard with Expressive Iteration, I would definitely put it in my hand and play the Hollow Fountain. Because you cannot hold up Memory Lapse. And apparently our play pattern has been overturned. And it looks like Memory Lapse is the correct play.
Yeah, it's like a Memory Lapse Lurrus or Memory Lapse, say, Escape Crosa.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not being threatened with this 1/1, but it'll definitely have to be answered eventually, sooner rather than later.
Absolutely.
And Memory Lapsing this Lurrus is probably the right call.
Oh, for sure. It really is, but I mean, I don't know.
But now you can you can memory hole or portable hole or Lightning Helix. Negates the 3 life.
Oh wow, that was actually brilliant. Did you see how? So, in order to either way, Stitcher Supplier was going into the graveyard, which was
Mhm.
going to self-mill him,
Yeah.
which was excellent. So that was very, very smart on Calvindale's side.
The rest is going to see a memory lapse go get rid of their last counter magic. But knowing that they have 2 portable holes in a glacial fortress, which leaves the door open, they can activate Den, attack for 4, and put our opponent on a 3-turn clock.
I like it. Creature lands.
Creature lands.
Yep.
Down to 8. Like, the only thing you do is really portable hole the 1/1, but it's going to get duressed. Duress is going to get rid of a memory lapse.
Does it though? Is it
Like-
worth it?
It's not really worth it, really, the memory
think
lapses,
so.
so you just let it happen.
I mean, sure, you're slowing yourself, like you're slowing me down, but I don't know. I don't think it was worth it. I would have went for a portable hole. Because all of my creatures are less than 2 mana. 2 mana
Yep.
or less.
And they can't interact with that. There's a fairy, but
Ugh,
it's not what you really want to be doing.
not at this point in the game.
No. You can portable hole 1/1, but you're still dead to the crackback.
He's dead either way.
Yep. This game's over. Right to game 3.
Holy Batman. Feature lands, eh? Who would have thought they would have been powerful?
Yep. I'm surprised you did see a couple of field ruins, but also I'm surprised we haven't seen the Faithless Havens or the Barons. The one that puts +1/+1 counters.
Yep.
I'm surprised we haven't seen a bunch of those either. So I guess, yes, it's not a creature just yet, but it's a good mana sink. You can put a bunch of +1/+1 counters on it. Oh, that's just lethal right there.
It was lethal either way. I'm
Yeah.
actually surprised that he chose this pattern.
I think it was just more duress just to make sure that the road is clear because they had Lightning Helix mana open.
Right. And that makes sense. I mean, like, I'm not disagreeing with the choice, but, like, activating the creature land still would have killed him. Ugh. I can't believe that he sided out Anger of the Gods. Is it just not a good card in this matchup?
I think it's just more if you have village rights. Oh, like I'm surprised he did mill them out. And so I think there's better things for to do in that matchup anyway. So
I really like
Yeah.
Anger of the Gods in this matchup.
but I do too. It's just I think he wants to try to keep the board as clear as possible. Yeah, I think Anger of the Gods should be in this matchup. Or worse comes to worse, if they had Sweltering Suns, I haven't seen the deck list in depth, but Sweltering Suns could be another option they could have brought in, or like another card to bring to have.
Oh, for sure. And in dead matchups, you just draw a card, you cycle it.
You cycle, yeah.
Yeah, like I totally agree with that. I think in the is it Phoenix decks the it had 2 Anger and 2 Sweltering Suns
Mm-hmm.
for a while in the beginning, just because of its mirror match. All right, so game 3, round 5. Man, I can't believe we get to move to a top 8 after this round. It's so exciting. Sweet and Salty, after this round, can you post that we're going to take a 10-minute break while we get the round and names and everything all up and going? Or Keelkai Canada?
Yeah, I'll do that right now.
No. Like, don't post it now. Just like at the end, so that way people aren't. They know they can get up and go use the washroom or something. Give them a little bit of a breather, and while I get the whole top 8 sorted out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. So just the guy being on the play, as we've seen in the past, unless the Arcanist deck can just pick apart everything and leave the Jeskai deck with no options to play anything, I think Jeskai definitely has a distinct advantage here.
Yeah.
Do you see what's in Volter Ego's hand?
Yep. Thoughtseize Claim and Soulguy Lantern. And a second one.
Yeah, I really like that.
I think you Lantern. It's probably the right play.
Yeah, for sure, because if he doesn't get another land, he can use it to draw a card.
Oh, yeah, because that's the thing. They're only operating on one land. Ugh.
Yeah. He missed his second land draw.
This could be punishing.
Very punishing, yeah. But there's not much happening in Calvin Dill's hand, so
no. I think this... Yeah, you kind of needed to play the tri-land because you needed the red mana. But now seeing a Hive, you can actually now go Thoughtseize, take a peek at what your last 2 cards are. See, you have 2 Unholy Heats and a Helix.
I like this play. I think he's going to leave up the mana. I'm pretty sure he's going to draw a card on his end step.
I think so too, because you can draw a card, but then replay the Soulguy Lantern.
Exactly, yeah. I think it's a great play.
And if Kolaghan's command, that's just fantastic. But the problem is you are running out of red mana. No red.
Yeah.
Jeskai, it has its Tron on.
If he plays Stitcher Supplier and he mills all his lands, that is not what he's...
No.
That could prove very devastating.
Yeah, you can go Stitcher Supplier.
He's going to do
Soulguy Lantern. See what they mill.
Mm-hmm.
Land.
Yeah.
And it was a red mana.
Oh.
Soulguy Lantern, get rid of the Helix.
Rough. Very rough.
And say go. You can Unholy Heat, but you don't want to mill more. Alright, so that was probably the best land they want to play that turn. And that's probably the best land that Volter Eagle wants to get.
Yeah. I was just thinking that.
They're Tron. Now Rakdos Tron's online. They can attack for 1, but then Jeskai at the end of the turn will scry 2, and it's going to smooth their hand very, very much easier. Surprised they brought in to claim the Firstborn.
What's the first half do?
Just steal a creature that's -3 or that's converted mana cost 3 or less. Mind you, it also would activate with Krosa.
Mm-hmm.
So it actually would be like a act of treason. Give me Krosa hate. So now they can Unholy Heat, say, Pyromancer. Probably play the land tapped. It's only red-white. You know, Unholy Heat, or you have Unholy Heat mana plus Charm. And I think this is probably the right play to do this now.
I think so too.
Gives you Unholy Heat the Young Peasy. So in response, you're definitely going to see a Kolaghan's Command.
What do you steal something with the charm?
You counter.
Counter.
So you make them discard and deal 2. Create a 1/1. But that's going to be their turn, so you're going to see I'm definitely going to see the charm out. Or do you let it resolve? I think you charm.
Hmm.
Oh, they let it resolve.
Name of your stream is Gorman. You didn't change it before you went live. That's why.
The name of my stream is what?
BO3 Club Preliminary. It says it right under your name in the Discord.
I did change it though. At least I thought I did. Finals. There, I'm updating
Woo!
it.
Just changed. Look at that.
Hooray.
I didn't know it said that. I thought
Oh.
when I went live, I changed all that. I guess I didn't.
Now you have an interesting call here. You have Gear Hulk.
I think I try and steal the Soul Guard Lantern, forcing him to use it as to either draw a card or sack my graveyard. At least that way he'll have an Aether Gust that he can cast and recast with Gear Hulk.
Yes. Because they can play the Phyrexian Tower, claim Young Peasy, which I can see in response, charm stealing the Soul Guide Lantern. Or to counter the spell. I think it's a straight up counter.
You let me know if you see a notification come in from Melee. Like the Discord Melee.
Yep. I have your answer though. It was me. So when I hit start the players,
Play 3, Lures goes to hand. Says go. Like you can play a Gear Hulk, which is not bad. The problem is that if they target anything, the Soul Guide Lantern's going to pop off and exile everyone's graveyards.
yeah. I like that play pattern too.
It's like you just say go, wait for, say, whatever spell they want to play. Like at worst, you can play Gear Hulk as just a straight up vanilla creature. Now, here's my next question. Do you play it now? Or are you just waiting for a big turn? That's not the 2 cards you're looking for.
No, it is not.
That's a threat. They can play on the next turn. Yep. So I can almost see Gear Hulk playing this turn. And even if they play, say, an Arcanist here. They do have Ether Gust. Which they can bounce the Arcanist. But they have a Village Rites, which can actually... They could sack the Arcanist? Okay. Arcanist actually is to the bottom.
Wow.
Go to 17, play the Triumph, say... They're trying to find a way to they can try to...
Leverage
think-
Gearhulk.
Yes.
It's hard though when there's a Soul Guide Lantern in play.
Yes, they're trying to do something so they can try to steal the Lantern.
Or force them to play it.
And while the Lantern's on the stack, triggers on the stack, they play Gear Hulk and then play something out of the graveyard. That's what they're trying to do. Like, they know that there's going to be a giant that's going to be blocking something. But it's like tiptoeing, trying to find the right... trying to find at least the right way to get around so they can get more out of this Gear Hulk. But I think that this is going to be the right call. I think they have to play the Gear Hulk sooner rather than later. Either to steal the Stitcher Supplier or to steal the 1/1 creature.
I like this play. Creating
Yeah.
a 7/7 blocker. Absolutely.
Which you block the token, yeah. Which they can Village Rites it, get a token. That's a Culligan's command.
It's a good play. Good card. Good play.
Yep. What a maneuver.
Yeah.
And it's actually our last match of this season of the Best of 3 Cup Swiss rounds.
Before top 8, eh?
Before top 8.
What a way to end it. Control versus not control. I was going to say aggro, but I mean, I guess Arcanist can be considered aggro. It's more of a tempo.
It's like, do you play the gear? Like, you have to play the Gear Hulk. I think you cast the Gear Hulk now. You have to. Like, I don't know. I just don't. Because you have 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, man, 8. Like, we're definitely going to see a Gear Hulk or a land.
By having the access to the other Soul Guide Lantern, I'm not understanding why the Arcanist doesn't play it. He pretty much guarantees that he has control over his opponent's graveyard.
Yep. And if the Gear Hulk steals something, that would have to trigger a response to get rid of the Lantern. Yeah, I think this is the right call there.
I still think that playing the Gear Hulk is good here because it can block the Loris.
Yeah. But now you get to blow up Loris. The Village Rites it. Block, say, the biggest threat, which is that 2/1. Go to 2.
Holy smokes!
And if they don't have a way to clear this board, that's to Teferi.
Can Teferi find the answer?
There has to be a really good card off this top. Portable Hall?
That is not going to do it.
No, it's not. And Volterigo's going to take it in 2 and take it in 3. They don't have great blockers here.
No, they do not.
No, they do not. And even then, they don't have enough mana to activate the Giant, so that's game. Oh, that's even game right there.
Well, at least we're not seeing Bone Crusher Giant in the game. That was a good ending, though. That was great.
It was.
I really like the fact that, I'm just glad that a control deck lost.